Hi, my name is Joyce Seki. I'm your online therapist and emotional wellness coach. In today's video, I want to talk about feeling our feelings. Too many people are afraid of their feelings. Should it be so? Not really. However, there's a way to express our feelings healthily. That's what I want to talk about in today's video. Remember to like, to share, and subscribe to this channel. Cheers. Being humans, feelings are one of those things we can't do without, right? As a matter of fact, feelings and emotions are part of our being. They express our thoughts, they express our mood pattern, they express everything about us, right? They are just as alive as we are. They are that intrinsic part of us. Those things we cannot hold to, we cannot see in terms of physical substance, but we can see in terms of the way we express them, the way they make us react and respond. So they are life and they're part of who we are. Unfortunately, growing up, we were often judged for how we felt. You see a child that is angry, and that child is warned never to be angry. That child is meant to believe that anger is evil. The child is sad, is crying, and the child is being told that he should stop crying, right? And it might look minute, but over time we personalize these attitudes that were modeled to us about feelings and emotions. So we judge ourselves for being angry, we judge ourselves for being sad, because we are told that those are negative emotions. We are told that we shouldn't feel that way. Even sometimes joy, you're so happy and excited, and you're being told that you're laughing too loud, you're too hyperactive. So many labels, right? So the adult that becomes of that child is not comfortable with feelings and emotions. And I think this is something the majority of us had to go through, right? And over time, we're not able to actually feel what we feel without judging it. Sometimes the pain that you have and refuse to feel can end up becoming your nightmares, your fears. Why? You're afraid of feeling this pain, you're afraid of giving it attention, and it's not going anywhere. It's around you. So every time your attention goes to it a bit, maybe after you finish distracting yourself from the pain, you become afraid. That's why some people are afraid of so many things that others can't see, many unknown, right? It's out of not learning to experience and express in a healthy way the pains and the emotions that we are feeling. For instance, sadness. I can be sad because I have lost a loved one. I can be sad because I lost a job. I can be sad because things didn't go my way. Is that natural? Yes. I am human and I was designed that way. Should I judge myself for being sad? Should I tell myself, no, don't be sad, be strong? No, I shouldn't. I should allow myself to be sad because I'm hurt. And this thing mattered to me, or this person mattered to me, right? I could be sad because of loss of a relationship, right? So when we understand these things about feelings, we see that there's nothing wrong with any feeling or emotions. Let me use the word emotions in this case to mean these feelings that we're feeling, feelings of sadness, feelings of anger. Okay, so these emotions are just energy. They are just expressing our mood per time and the things that are going on around us. So they are not against us. They are neither good nor bad. They are whatever labels we attach to them. And when we attach negativity to them, we judge them, we do not express them healthily. And unfortunately, they don't leave. They stay there. They constitute part of the psychosomatic illnesses we go through, like anxiety, depression, and all of that. Okay? For instance, if you feel anger, it might be because somebody stepped on your toes, somebody crossed your boundary, somebody did something to you to hurt you, and you're angry with this person and the situation. Okay? That's okay. However, there's a way to express that anger healthily, which is what I want to talk about. Usually when anger occurs, especially at the moment it is happening, it can be a rage. You're violent, you want to fight back, you want to revenge, you want to do something. And for some people that are not able to regulate these emotions, they break stuff, they injure, they fight, and all of that. There's no need. It's always best to feel our emotions in the moment that they are happening. Yes. However, we can give a little space between the stimulus and our response to this event. Okay, that little space can help us to think about our action or reaction to what has happened. And that little space can actually save us from a lot of mess and from reoccurring situation as a result of our rage. Okay, so what can you do within that time space? I would advise people usually to do something that would express that anger out, okay, and give them the space to think about how to respond to the person that is creating the anger. You can do sports. Sport is one of the good ways to actually let out heavy anger, violent anger like rage. You can do high intense sports like boxing, wrestling, even football. By the time you're done, you find that you have exhausted that energy, because emotions are just energies in motion. So you have used that energy to partake in that sport. So you're more calm, and then you can think about what you want to do. All right. So you have expressed it, and at the same time, you're taking action. All right. Another one is that you want to confront what is creating the anger, or the situation, or the person that is creating the anger. You don't want to just leave it like that so that it doesn't continue to happen. So be confrontational. There's nothing wrong with being confrontational. Many people see it as negative, and they say, oh, she's highly confrontational, and that most times connotes a form of bad attitude. I don't think so. Although maybe the way he went about it, I actually think that we should be confrontational. That's one of the way we can actually deal with the source of our anger. Talk about it. Let the person know what they did to you and how they made you feel, right? This way, you're expressing that anger, you're not keeping it. Because for the anger you don't express, it's repressed. And over time, they show up. They show up as nightmares, they show up as illnesses and all of that, and you don't deserve it. So it's best to express these feelings in the moment that they happen. For sadness, sometimes I am sad because something that I love, I've lost it. Maybe you lost a job, you lost a relationship, you lost a loved one. So sadness is actually legit, just like most emotions, right? So you cannot say that you shouldn't be sad. Allow yourself to be sad. Give yourself the space to grieve that pain, to grieve that loss, okay? Because when you don't express the sadness, it can manifest to a rage, to an anger, a repressed anger. That's why sometimes over little things you spark like it's a big deal. No, it's not just about what has happened. It's a accumulation of the things that have been happening in the past. So that's what happens. So express your sadness, all right? Grieve, okay? Let yourself be sad. There's nothing wrong with being sad. It's because you care about the thing that you have lost. That's why you're sad about it. Okay, so because sadness mostly have to do with loss, it means that you need love most times when you're sad. So stay around people that you love that moment. Do things that you love to use it to express the sadness. You can journal, you can write about what had caused the sadness, and the more you write without judging your writing, you're able to actually hit the context of the sadness. So that way you get to the roots. Maybe it's something else before this, or exactly what it is you're sad about. You're sad that you lost your mom. Is it something about her that you think you would miss, and you're sad that you won't have access to those things anymore? You're able to get to the root of the sadness, and then you're able to see other forms that these things you think you'll be losing can actually reappear. All right, so that way we're able to express these feelings healthily, and we're free. Because if you don't express the sadness, it could become prolonged and become depression. If you're sad for more than 2 weeks consistently, that could be a sign of depression coming, right? But imagine dealing with it. And if you think that, oh, it's so terrible, I can't handle this alone, seek professional help. That's part of the reason why I'm here. So I hope that henceforth you begin to learn that there's nothing evil about your feelings. Learn to feel them healthily in a way that expresses them, so that they are not stuck in your body and creating sicknesses that you don't want for yourself.